Good morning and Jai Hind children. We are discussing the chapter separation of substances in chemistry. Is it? And in previous class, I have discussed some of the topic of the chapter like what we have discussed previously. Yes, we have discussed about the different methods by which we can separate the solids and soluble solids. Alright, insoluble solids and soluble solids from the liquid. So I hope that you understood all those methods of separation. Now today I am going to start the other topic of the chapter, that is solubility. Okay. Solubility. Children, you must have observed that when you put a spoon of sugar in a glass of water and when you stir it, so after some time the particles of sugar get disappear. The solid particles of sugar gets disappear. Is it or not? Yes, you all have observed it. When you add the sugar in water, so sugar dissolves in water. What sugar occurs? It dissolved in water. And when a substance dissolves in a liquid, water is what? What is a liquid? Okay. And sugar is going to dissolve in that liquid. So, when a substance, any substance, if dissolved in a liquid, so what happens actually that time? It breaks up into its individual molecules. That substance breaks down into individual molecules. Molecules are what? These are the smallest particles by which that substance is made up of. Molecule is the smallest particle of anything by which that substance is made up of. So sugar, salt, water, these all are the substances and they all are made up of small particles, and the name of those smallest particles are molecules. Get it? So water have the smallest particle, water molecule. Sugar have the smallest particle, sugar molecule. Salt have the smallest particle, salt molecule. Get it? This chalk have the smallest particle, chalk molecule. Understood now? So every substance is made up from smallest particles and those particles are known as their molecules. So actually when we take water, that is a liquid, and this water already have the molecules because water is also a substance now. So it also have the molecules. So I can show that molecules of water like this. Suppose this one is the molecule of water. And when we add sugar particles in it, solid sugar in this water, and when we stir, so what happened? That solid sugar breaks up into its smallest particle of sugar. Okay, and those smallest particles gets present between the molecules of water. So whatever spaces, just see that these are the spaces now. So in these spaces, the sugar molecules, these are the sugar molecules, get spread. The solid particles of sugar get breaks into these sugar molecules and get spread all over the water. In the top, in the bottom, left side, right side, everywhere these molecules get spread. Understood? These are which molecule? Water molecule. And these are sugar molecules. Alright? That is why when you taste this liquid of water and sugar, so what you feel? You feel sweet. The overall solution feels sweet. You cannot say that the bottom of the glass is more sweeter and here it is less sweeter. Can you say like that? No. Everywhere the same sweetness is there. It means the molecules of sugar spread in overall water equally. Get it? That is why this solution taste sweetness equally in all part of the what? This glass, you can say that. Alright. So the same one is given in your topic that when sugar you add in the water and it get dissolved. So when the substance dissolve in liquid, actually it is breaks up into its individual molecules, and these molecules spread out in the between of the molecules of liquid. So you see that the molecules of sugar spread between the molecule of water. Is it now? And that is why the water tastes sweet. Since individual molecules are too small to be seen, as I have drawn here with the chalk circle like the molecules, but the molecules are not of this size. Molecules are very, very small. We cannot see them with our naked eyes. Alright, so that is why in that glass container nothing is seen, only the liquid water is seen. But actually what? The molecules of water and molecules of sugar, they all are spread in the glass. Get it? But we are not able to see the molecules because they are very, very small in size. Okay? And the molecules are too small to seen, and this sugar seems to disappear in the water. What sugar seen? It seems that it disappear, but actually it's not disappear. It breaks into molecule and gets spread in all over the water or liquid. So the sugar and water together formed a solution. This mixture of water and sugar is known as what? Solution. So solution means what, children? Solution means that when a solid or when a substance dissolve in liquid, okay, so that new substance which form is known as solution. This mixture of both the substance is known as what? Solution. Get it? So either you can say that sugar dissolved in water, so this is sugar solution. When salt dissolve in water, so this is salt solution. Alright, like that. So this mixture is simply known as solution. Now just look at, in this solution, the water is called solvent. Solvent. Solvent is a substance in which something can be dissolved. Solvent is what? Solvent is a substance in which something can be dissolved or anything can be dissolved. So it is known as solvent. So the sugar dissolved in what? In our this example, sugar dissolves in water. So water will be known as solvent. Water is what here? Solvent. And the substance which dissolve in solvent is known as solute. The substance which dissolve in solvent, that is water. Solvent is water. So which substance dissolve in this solvent? Sugar. Sugar dissolved in solvent. So sugar is known as here what? Solute. So solute is any substance that can be dissolved in solvent. That can be dissolved in solvent, and solvent means you know very well here that liquid. Alright, so that substance is known as solute, and in this example sugar is solute. Sugar is solute, water is solvent. So when the sugar dissolve in water means when this solute dissolved in solvent, what it forms? That mixture is known as solution. Got it? Understood? I have taken here the example water and sugar, but you know that when solute dissolves in solvent, so that mixture is known as solution. And the example, when sugar, which is a solute, dissolved in solvent, that is water, so it forms which solution? Sugar solution. Just like that, in another example, the another solute is salt. Salt is also solute now because it can dissolve in solvent. So when this solute dissolve in the solvent, say that water, so the mixture will known as solution. Which solution? Salt solution. Understood, children? These three words: solution, solute, solvent. Solute is a substance that can be dissolved in solvent. Solvent is a substance in which solute can be dissolved. Get it? And this mixture of solute and solvent is known as solution. And the two examples I have given, and these two are very simple examples. You know that you have done it, is it not? For preparing sugar solution, especially to make the lemonade in summer season, you are going to do now. You are taking water in a glass, cold water. You are adding sugar in it. You mix, stir it, and when it dissolves, you add some lemon juice. Now your lemonade prepared. So actually, what? Sugar is a solute in your lemonade. That lemon juice is also solute. They both get dissolved in water. So water is solvent and the prepared mixture is solution. That is your lemonade, sugar solution. Get it? Understood? So get the three words, the meaning of these three words: solution, solvent and solute. Get it? Now children, one more thing you must have to know here. That water, it can dissolve a large number of substances in it. Many substances can be dissolved in water. Many substances. Not only sugar, not only salt. Many substances. Solid substance, liquid substance, gases also dissolved in water. The water which is going to used by us, it also have some dissolved gases. The water like river water, like sea water, like pond water, they also have a lot of dissolved things, dissolved salts, dissolved gases, that is oxygen and carbon dioxide. That is why those plants and animals of the water going to absorb the oxygen. Na? From where they get the oxygen? From the water, because the water have dissolved oxygen gas. So that is why it's given here, the water can dissolve a large number of substance in it. And this is the reason water is also known as universal solvent. Water is known as what? Universal solvent. So this universal solvent word indicates for what? It indicates that the water is a solvent in which a large number of substance can be dissolved. Many substance can be dissolved. Alright? Understood? That is why it is known as universal solvent. Get it? Now, some substances such as food or sand, they do not dissolve in water. And others such as sugar or salt, they can dissolve easily in water. So the substances that dissolve readily or fastly in water are said to be soluble in water. The substances that can dissolve in water, these are the substances dissolved in water now. and some more substance. Take some more substance like sand, like wood and all. They can also dissolve in water. If you add a spoon of sand in water, stir it. Can it dissolve? No. As you take it for long time, whole night, 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, it will not dissolve. It will remain same. Get it? Pieces of wood, if you take in the water, can it dissolve? No. So some substances dissolved in water, like sugar, like salt, like alum. Okay. Some cannot dissolve in water, like sand, like wood and all. So such substances, those can be dissolved in water, are known as soluble in water, and those which cannot dissolve are known as insoluble. So you can say that sand and wood is insoluble in water, whereas this salt and sugar is soluble in water. Understood this meaning? This sentence. Soluble in water means the substances that can be dissolved in water. So we can say that they are soluble in water, like salt, like sugar. And the substances that cannot dissolve in water, they are known as insoluble in water, like sand, like wood pieces. Okay, got it, everyone? So during the formation of a solution, when this solution is going to form by sugar or by salt, what happened? The molecules of the solute or the solvent remains the same, and it is easy to get back both in their original forms from the solution. There is no change in molecule occurs. Molecules are remains the same, only they are going to spread. Get it? So as the molecules are not going to change, so we can get it back. Get it? If these molecules gets changed, then it is not possible to get it back. It's very difficult to get it back. But as we have prepared sugar solution by dissolving sugar in water, so we can get our sugar back and water back also. Why we can get? Because there is no change in the molecules occur. Molecules remains the same. Molecule of water remains the same and the molecules of sugar remains the same. And how we can get it back? By some process like evaporation. Evaporation is a very simple process in which what happened? This mixture, this solution get heated, and while heating, the water molecules only gets vaporized. You must have seen the vapors now. When you are going to keep some water on the burner, so vapor comes out, so gas comes out. Actually that is what? Water vapors. Get it? So while heating this mixture, all the water molecules gets vaporized, and at last what will left in this beaker? Only sugar molecules. Get it? Because sugar is a solid, so their molecules cannot be vaporized. It will remain same there. It will left in the container, and all the water molecules gets vaporized. So what is the name of this process? Evaporation. Alright. How we can get back our water which is going to vaporize? We have taken our sugar because it is collected in the beaker. But what about water which gets vaporized? If we keep a cool plate above this beaker, okay, so all the vapors goes to the cool plate and get cold and converts into the liquid form. So again droplets of water will form, and we can collect those water droplets in other beaker. So we will get our both sugar and water. And the process of cooling down of water vapors is known as condensation. What it is known as? Condensation. So here you got the two processes by which we can obtain that our what? Water and this dissolved sugar or salt. So the first process is evaporation and the second one is condensation. Alright now, everyone, in evaporation process what happened? This liquid is going to heat. Alright, so while heating all the vapors move up, all the water molecules vaporize, and in condensation process what happened? That vaporized vapors gets cooled and again comes into the form of water, that is liquid water. Okay, everyone clear? Now, very good. Here in the chapter, an activity is given for you. So just listen this activity, what is this? And the objective of the activity is to make a saturated solution. What you are going to make here, children? Yes, you are going to make a saturated solution. So first of all, you must have to know the meaning of saturated solution. We already have discussed about the solution now. The mixture of solute and solvent is known as solution. But saturated solution is what? So for saturated solution, take a simple activity. You can do it. Take some sugar to water taken in a test tube and stir. What you have to do? You have to take a test tube. You all have seen the test tube now in the lab. So take a test tube and add sugar to water. Suppose water is here. Now add some sugar in it. And after this, what you have to do? You have to shake it, move it. So what will happen? The sugar will dissolve in water. Sugar can dissolve in water, na? So while shaking this test tube, stirring this test tube, the sugar dissolves in water. Now add some more sugar. Okay, so slowly and slowly add. First you have added a spoon of sugar, stir it, it dissolves. Again add one more teaspoon, again stir it, shake it, suppose it dissolves. Again add one more. So unless no left sugar will present here, you have to add. And when you are going to see that some of the sugar particles are present at the bottom and now it is not going to dissolve after shaking a lot. Get it? After adding 5-6 spoons of sugar, a condition will come when no sugar particles can dissolve. Okay, some of the sugar particles left at the bottom. So what you have to do? Now stop mixing the sugar. Get it? Because now no more sugar can be dissolved in this test tube, in this solution. Okay, so that time this solution is known as what? Saturated solution. Get it? The meaning of saturated solution. Solution is the simple word which means when a solute is going to mix in solvent, okay, and it get dissolved, so we get the solution, that is solution. But after mixing more and more solute, when a time comes, a condition comes when no more solute can be dissolved, no more sugar can be dissolved in it. So now that time, that solution will known as saturated solution. Okay, so the same you need to do in this activity. You now have a saturated solution of sugar and water and count that how many spoons of sugar you have dissolved in this test tube of water. Okay, suppose if you have taken a glass of water at your home in which 50 ml of water you have taken, so count the number of spoons of sugar which you have added here to make the saturated solution. Get it? Suppose you have added 10 spoons. Alright. You have added how many spoons of sugar? 10 spoons of sugar. So, what you will get at last? You will get the saturated solution of water and sugar in this glass of water. Get it? Understood? And now try to do the same activity with salt also. Take some water in a big test tube and add one by one the spoon sugar, salt in it and stir it. Add 1 spoon, stir. When it gets dissolved, again 1 more spoon, stir it. When dissolved, again 1 more. And see that if no salt is going to dissolve, so that time that solution is what? Saturated solution of salt. This is the saturated solution of sugar, and that will be the saturated solution of salt. Get it? Clear? Everyone? Okay, very good. So this activity you can perform by yourself also by taking the simple substances like sugar, water, like salt and water, like alum and water also. Alright now? So in this activity, what you observe? You observe that the different quantities of different substances. It is not necessary that after adding 5 spoons of sugar, you got the saturated solution of sugar. So it is not necessary that after adding 5 spoons of salt, you will get the saturated solution of salt. It is not necessary because the substances are different. Sugar is different and salt is different. So might be more than 5 spoons it need or less than 5 spoons it need to prepare the saturated solution. Because it will depends on the nature of substance, properties of substance. Get it? So this you will observe the different quantities of different substances can dissolve in a fixed quantity of water. The quantity of water is fixed as you have taken here and as you have taken here. But the quantity of solute can vary, can be different. To prepare what? To prepare their saturated solution. Get it? So we say that different substances have different solubility in water. What was our topic? Solubility now? So what we can say that after this activity, the different substances like salt, like sugar, like alum, they all have different solubility. Different solubility means the amount, the quantity that can be used to prepare their saturated solution is different. Okay, sugar, saturated solution of sugar can be obtained adding by 5 spoons. Salt solution, saturated salt solution can be obtained by adding 10 spoons or 8 spoons. Saturated solution of alum can be obtained by adding say that 7 spoons or 11, 12 spoons. So this is different, and this is known as the solubility of the substance. The amount or the quantity of the substance which are used to prepare the saturated solution is termed as they have different solubility in water. They are soluble in water, but their solubility is different. Rate is different. Amount is different. Get it? Understood everyone now? So, the solubility of sugar in water increases with the increase in temperature, and the solubility of most other substances in water also increases with temperature. This you also have to remember. If the temperature get increased, so the solubility of these substances will also increase. Suppose when our water was normal at room temperature, so that time we have added 5 spoons of sugar to obtain the saturated solution. But what about that when we heat it? When the temperature will increase, so what can happen? Some more sugar can be added. some more sugar can be dissolved. Get it? That is why it's given here, the increase in temperature will increase the solubility. Solubility will increase if the temperature will increase, and if the temperature will decrease, what will happen? Solubility will decrease. Get it? Understood? Everyone? So this is about the solubility, and I hope that you all understood about it. Get it? Now come to the next. Now the next topic we will discuss about the importance of water. As I have told that water is an universal solvent now. So that is why it is very important for us, as it is a universal solvent. So it's very important in our life as a solvent, and the importance, it is because of its property of dissolving a large number of substance. Get it? So the water is important substance, important solvent, because it is having the property of dissolving a large number of substance, and that water is so essential for life. This is why for our life water is very important. Okay, because number of things can be dissolved in it. Get it? Understood everyone? Alright. So this is all about for today's class, and I hope that you understood these all topics which we have discussed. Okay now? Thank you and have a nice day, student.